This is recording on some of the quick things that we can do on Microsoft Surface Pros that could be quite useful in boosting VLE interactivity quite quickly and allow us to do a bit more remote teaching. So, you will probably be aware of the fact that Microsoft Office products, if you watched an earlier video, are available in two formats, via the web and via desktop applications. So we're just going to go onto the web now, and I've actually got the Microsoft Office page open. Now this is the format through which students will be able to access the whole suite of Microsoft Office products. However, those of us teachers who have Surface Pros can do slightly different things via the power of the desktop apps. Now I have my desktop app pinned here, and I'm just going to right click on here to show you how to do that. That aids quick access to that application. If you haven't yet got it pinned, then you simply go down here to the start bar, and if you search down for PowerPoint, you can find it here and you can open it that way. Now, I'm just going to open a file that I've already been making, and I've got this saved on OneDrive, which is the Office 365 drive for saving files. That means it's stored in the cloud and it is extraordinarily secure. We're just going to click on that, and you'll notice before when I was looking at another product, so I'm just going to create a new file here as well. So I've got two of them, so I'm going to create a blank presentation. So you can see I now have, if I click on Office, I have both a blank presentation and Office 365. Now, if we see here, initially, the autosave function here is turned on. On this new file, which I'm just going to open, it's off. Now to turn it on, if I click on there, it will immediately ask me, how do I turn autosave on? It means that I save my file onto OneDrive. And we all have OneDrive accounts already set up. So I'm going to click it onto OneDrive there, and I'm going to give it a title. I'm going to call it Test Presentation. Okay. So you can open any file that you already have saved on your Lansing network area, and then you can save it as a OneDrive file that way. That's going to be very useful for you. And I'm just going to close this file now, and I'm going to go to the one that I've already made, because of course you will already have lots of PowerPoints and things available. What we're going to do there then is, once we've got it, we're going to go at the top menu bar here, rather than the home bar, which gives the standard layout. I'm going to go up to Slideshow up here on the top bar. Now, within this function, I've got my standard presentation. This was actually an earlier presentation I was giving on Office 365, which is now rather redundant. However, we're going to use it just for demo purposes. Now at the top here, I've got within this an option up here in the toolbar to record slideshows. Now you don't get that via the web-based application, so it is important you use the desktop application that is on your device itself, not the one that you access via the website, because you won't be able to do it via a web-based application. But here, recording a slideshow, if I hit record slideshow, then we will go to a slightly different site. So this shows me all of my slides, but it also gives me the capacity up here to record audio on it, and via the pen on my Microsoft Surface, I can also start to select colours of ink that I may use. Now, what I'm going to do up here is I'm going to record this presentation. And if I click on record, I'm going to record an audio commentary over the top. Welcome to this presentation on Office 365 and a few first things to get you going with how to use it. Now you could see there before that it counted me down before I recorded my audio. I recorded it and then I pressed stop. Now what I would do, if I was happy with that recording, then I would progress on to the next slide and record that. And you can see down here how long I've spent on slide 1 and it gives me also a cumulative total. If I don't like what I've recorded, if I click clear on there, I can either clear the recording for that slide, or if I want to wipe all of them out, I can get rid of the lot quickly. For the purposes of demonstration, however, I'm happy with that one, and I will go on to my next slide. What I'm going to show you here is the inking capacity, because of course one doesn't just have the capacity to record audio here, you can also add comments. So I'm going to do that after I've recorded in a second. So if I press record here again, it will count me down, and then when it flashes that I'm able to do so, I can record audio. Office 365 is, at one level, an entirely web-based system for students, but there is also a desktop function. Now you can see there, of course, that I have added that desktop by selecting down here the pen color that I wish for, and then using my Microsoft Pen, I'm able to add annotation to that. So this is quite a useful function. When I'm done with this, and I'm just going to record for demonstration purposes these couple of slides, I'm not going to go through the lot because that would be incredibly dull to watch, I'm going to click right at the top here, this close function. So I'm going to close that, and then I'm going to go to the presentation, and I'm going to click from the beginning. And if I have enabled them up here in the slideshow, as you can see, I'm highlighting it, I have clicked the box to say play narrations and to use the timings of my that I've already recorded to be able to listen to the audio whilst looking at the slide. So if we click from the beginning, let's go. Welcome to this presentation on Office 365 and a few first things to get you going with how to use it. Okay, now I've just pressed escape there to exit that because we don't need to relive that experience again. The demonstration works. Now, having produced this, what I can then do is if I go down to here and if I open up Lancing FireflyCloud.net and I log on to the VLE, I'm going to go in a few short clicks, hopefully, to the academic information page and to the VLE section. I'll just scroll down a little bit there to VLE support. Of course, what I could do is to bookmark these pages to make it easier for myself, but I'm just going to edit this page for a moment. I think I'll just put it in here. So I'm just going to wait and scroll down a little bit. I'll find myself there again. I will make myself some space by just putting in some extra space in here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the folder. I think what I will also do is I will close down that auto-saved document. I'm going to go to my OneDrive here, and I can see that presentation at the top there because I've got it ordered by date. And I'm just going to drag and drop that across into my VLE page. Now that should automatically embed, and it will take a moment. And then I'm going to click Done. Now what I have got, as you can see there, is I have got the Office 365 slide. But if I click this play icon here, then let's see if it has also embedded the narration. Welcome to this presentation on Office 365 and a few first things to get you going with how to use it. This is of course incredibly useful because I can use my extant slides that I've already had, perhaps that I've taught for a few years with before, and now I can just stick some audio recording over the top of them, which very quickly joins up audio and presentation. It allows us to do a little bit more with PowerPoint than we've done before and means that we're not reinventing the wheel from scratch by creating different audio files and then instructing people to join them up. It just makes things a little quicker that way with our existing PowerPoints. I hope that's been useful, and of course, as ever, ask any questions you may have about how to do this, and we'll try and teach each other how to use this stuff well. Thank you for listening.